Dark Lords who had wronged him, and those that tasted the bite of his sword named him the Doomslayer.
Well, that's certainly a way to start your live stream, isn't it? Hey creators, how's it going? Welcome to Koen's Corner. Today, as you can probably hear from this absolutely amazing music, we're gonna play some Doom today. which is something that I've been meaning to do for quite some time now, and we're finally getting around to it. My OBS window is acting up like crazy today. I don't know why, but some things just aren't really working quite the way that I would expect. Is the audio right, guys? Is everything working right? Is everything sounding right? If the music is a little bit too loud, we'll fix that. But, yeah. Some Doom action. My favorite game of all time. Fun fact. I've played through this, I believe, like, maybe 12, maybe 13 times at this point. And, like, well over half the playthroughs that I've had were in ultra violence, which is basically Doom's hard mode. Galaxy Ashra, welcome to the stream. Everything's working fine. That is awesome to hear. Absolutely awesome to hear. But yeah, ultra violence is Doom's hard mode, and that is exactly the difficulty that we're going to be playing this in today. And I'm extremely excited about that. So, we're not going to waste too much time on this introduction, and we're just going to jump straight into it. And the game does show up. First try, yes. Also, we're getting some promotion for Doom the Dark Ages, which, if you remember, I played a little bit of Doom the Dark Ages on Koen's Corner quite some time ago. I believe pretty soon after launch. Yeah, right after launch I started that series. And, I played through it offline a little bit more, just to see what was up. I was already not really feeling it that much during the live streams that I did of it. And I'm still not quite feeling it. I was so incredibly not feeling it that I actually uninstalled the Dark Ages and reverted back to playing just this instead. So, I don't know if I will ever actually... Oh shit, hang on. I completely forget something very important. I should have muted the music before I actually went through with this, but yeah, I was feeling the Dark Ages so little that I ended up uninstalling that game entirely, and I have no desire to ever come back to it. It's just so... It's Doom, but it's Doom in a way that I personally am not enjoying in the slightest. It feels a lot slower than I think Doom needs to be. A lot of the fundamental features that I thought that made Doom 2016 and even Doom Eternal awesome for me, which were the glory kills, the climbing, the hover shoes that you had in this, and I believe even had in Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal had a lot of platforming that you could do, along with killing the demons to make the Doomslayer feel incredibly agile and fast, and everything was a lot more densely packed. There was a lot less actual room to run around and maneuver in. Which means that a lot of the movements that you were doing, a lot of the platforming, everything felt a lot more intentional. You had to be a lot more careful. The Dark Ages just doesn't have any of that. It's bigger, it's got a lot more demons within a lot of areas, which is nice. But I don't know. I just didn't feel it. I was not a fan. And I honestly would much rather play this, which is exactly why we're playing this. I might return. I will definitely return to the Humongous Project. We're going to be putting the Humongous Project on hold just because I want to do something a little bit different every once in a while and keep a little bit of variety going on Koen's Corner. So we're going to do this for the time being. And we're gonna play the whole game in Ultra Violence. I might play this in Nightmare at some point. We're not gonna do Ultra Nightmare because this is literally you die once and it's game over. Permadeath. You're not gonna come back to the save file. We're gonna play through Ultra Violence for the time being. And we're gonna enjoy it. Also, for the occasion, I brought with me some very nice drink. It's called Breezer Zingy Lime, or Zingy Lime. I'm not entirely sure about that. And we're gonna crack this thing open. Right now, I got my amazing bottle opener with me. I'm just gonna open this thing up live on stream right now, because why the heck not? I got a bunch of different bottle openers with me today, but this is the one that I'm gonna be opening it with. Because of course I will. I'm gonna try to open this up on camera. That's not gonna be very, very handy. I'm gonna open it here. Off screen, unfortunately, but you know, it's what it is. There we go. We cracked it open. Now, it is time to enjoy the game. It's actually a lot quieter than I was expecting it to be. I know that the menus are typically a little bit quieter than the actual game. I don't even know why I have the volume down as much as I currently do. Maybe I was playing this during a voice call in Strider's server or whatever, and I was like, yeah, let's just turn down the volume by a lot, because although I'm playing through this, I'm also in a voice call with a bunch of people, and I don't want to I don't want the game's audio to overshadow the actual conversation that's going on, or that I'm having with other people in the voice chat. Also, a perfect example of the game's actual sense of speed is right here. I'm gonna turn up the volume a little tiny bit, because I feel like it's just a little too quiet for my liking. And especially when you're playing through a game like this that puts a lot of emphasis on its music, or its soundtrack, I would much rather have the volume up by a lot more than it currently is. So, what we were just seeing here, perfect example of Doom 2016. I'm gonna be comparing this a lot to Doom, The Dark Ages. So if you're not a fan of that, I'm deeply sorry in advance. But a perfect example of this game being superior to The Dark Ages in virtually every way is the opening sequence that we just saw. Because The Dark Ages has a lot of tutorials going on, and they often completely interrupt the flow of the game. Whereas this, you literally, the tutorial, it doesn't really have a tutorial. Literally all it has is you were sitting on a bench, you break yourself free, and you kill a bunch of demons with a pistol. The game gives you a pistol, and it's literally like, if it moves, kill it. It's literally it. The memories of watching you play Doom in Strider's server. Yeah, I played Doom a lot in Strider's servers, didn't I? It's honestly kind of crazy how much Doom I played in Strider's server. But it was literally one of those games where because I played it so much, I could literally just not think too much about what I was doing and have a good conversation with people there. Oh my goodness, I'm already down to 30% health. Are you serious? Is it because I wasn't paying good attention to what I was doing or whatever? Or was I don't even know. But alright. Yeah, that glory kill thing right there as well. A very quick, simple tutorial. You see a glowing zombie or whatever, a glowing demon, glory kill it. Anything that glows, you can perform a glory kill to. Anything You can blow up your enemies with a simple grenade. Everything is about as straightforward as it needs to be, or as it can be. Rather than everything being spoon-fed to you, which I personally am not a big fan of games spoon-feeding anything to you whatsoever in the first place. I would much rather just play a game and figure mostly everything out for myself if I can. Some things I would use a guide for, or some things I am glad that they have tutorials and whatever, but this is definitely one of those games franchises where it's about as straightforward as it can possibly be. If it moves, kill it. And the Dark Ages just has so many moments where it would interrupt the gameplay just so that you can have a quick tutorial for it. Whereas in the... yeah. I feel like I'm just being a broken record at this point, but yeah. This game just has one very nice continuous flow to it, which I very much appreciate. Whereas the others... Did I just... Wow! I interrupted the facility voice. I didn't even know that that was a thing you could do. Sometimes you get moments like this where you have to wait for a giant door to open up. But if that's the worst of it, then that's fine. I also just had a giant spree of demons to kill before I could do much of anything else anymore.
Take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
Purely for the betterment of mankind. How is opening up a portal to hell ever for the betterment of mankind? I genuinely fail to understand that. Even after the multiple hours that I put into this, into the many playthroughs that I've had of this, I still don't understand Samuel Hayden's motivation for any of that. Also, yeah, I have to say, I'm still really very upset that there's no At Doom's Gate remix for the Dark Ages. I don't understand how going to hell is beneficial either. I don't think this is necessarily... I don't know if going to hell was ever the goal of any of this specifically. I think that the UAC simply wanted to research hell, but I don't think it was ever their intention to go there. Even though... Actually... Was it? I don't know, actually, because we do see some cutscenes later on, holographic cutscenes of Samuel Hayden and a bunch of soldiers in hell. Like, there's very... It heavily implies that some people did go there. Some researchers for the UAC did go to hell, so... I don't know. But yeah, it's definitely a really strange thing to be doing. Oh well. It's not like they can really reverse it anyway, because... they open up a portal to hell and everything has gone completely out of hand within 24 hours. Pretty much everyone in the facility is dead, ruthlessly and brutally murdered by demons from hell. And Samuel Hayden and the Doomslayer are the only two people left. That is... I can't help but wonder though why the Doomslayer was one of the very few people to remain alive. I do have a theory for that, though, actually. Come to think of it, because apparently the Doomslayer... I don't know how many people know this, but the Doomslayer is supposed to be immortal in some sense. He doesn't really age at all. He remains the exact same age pretty much throughout his entire lifespan, and that much is now confirmed by the existence of the Dark Ages, which is all about the Doomslayer in his early years. I want to see if I can find more of those Doomslayer toys. That would be cool. But, yeah, it is heavily... the Dark Ages definitely confirms some of the theories that the Doomslayer is supposedly immortal. He doesn't age at all, which would make a lot of sense, to be honest, I think. Because the Doomslayer is not entirely human. It is very clear that he is a machine of some sorts, or that there's something going on in his mind. Something completely and utterly corrupted. Whether or not he actually is human has been a massive mystery throughout the entirety of the Doom franchise. Even in the original Doom games, it's debatable whether or not he is actually human, but that's opening up a whole nother can of worms that I don't even know where to begin with that. Also, I don't know if that's a rabbit hole or not, so I don't know how... I don't know if it's actually worth going into that whole backstory, but it's interesting to think about, at least, I think. I think it's interesting to think about that kind of thing. Whoa! I'm paying a lot of attention to my surroundings. I'm not exactly paying a lot of attention to what might be behind me. And I should really do that a lot more. Because the thing with playing this in ultra violence is also that it is obscenely precise. Any error you make here can lead to your immediate death. Because of how much damage you take. Demons are so aggressive in this. And I frankly, I love that about this. Because it makes the game incredibly challenging at the best of times. Especially, or even in some of the easier difficulties. Because... let me actually show you something. This game is actually... it doesn't really matter which one of these 3 difficulty settings you play. When you have never played a Doom game in your life before, and you start this with the easiest difficulty setting, which is in this case I'm Too Young to Die, which is easy mode as far as Doom is concerned, this is actually quite tough. This is already quite tough in easy mode. I would say, at least. And the game continues to get harder and harder with every difficulty setting you advance to. Which is obvious, of course. We are talking about varying difficulty settings and whatever, but, you know. The Doomslayer has some drink from a god that makes him so powerful, and the hell is the place where that thing is what made the Doomslayer so strong. There are some god people in Doom lore make Doom there. I don't think I fully understand what exactly you're trying to tell me. I typed too fast. No, that's fine. That's fine. No worries. I at least get to some extent what you're trying to tell me, so... it's all good. Oh boy. That last part of your message, though, I don't think I really understand at all. I'm really sorry. Can I climb up here? Yes, I can. Is there anything up here? Nothing but imps. Alright. There's also these very brief moments of just catching your breath. Take it easy for a second. Just walk around, see what you can find. Definitely nothing over here. I remember getting very lost in so many parts of this game as well. The thing with this is that the stages are not big, but they're also not small either. And you really need to take in every single crevice of the terrain, finding gaps or little places to go if you want to advance at all in the game. And I remember always getting, I remember when I first played through this, I remember getting a little bit frustrated at the fact that I could not for the life of me figure out where the heck to go from here. So I was always trying to figure out, where am I supposed to go here? It was one of those games where I really forced myself to play through it, though, and in the end I ended up absolutely loving it, to the point where I would spend well over 100 hours. Jesus Christ! Oh my goodness. Okay, I need to be a lot more careful around those barrels. That much is clear. It is so easy to blow yourself up in this. Oh man, alright. Be careful. That's the main takeaway here. The Doomslayer is the weapon that was made to fight demons of a god people couldn't win with a drink from that god race. I do recall that... I do know that the Dark Ages did confirm this, where the Doomslayer was literally used as a weapon by... what were they called again? Jesus. I don't know what those guys were called again in the Dark Ages, but the Slayer was definitely used as a weapon there. By some sort of colony or whatever. I don't know, man. I don't even know if whatever I'm saying actually makes sense. I know for a fact that I heard an imp somewhere. He's up there. These imps just cannot stand still for 5 fucking seconds. And it's driving me nuts every time. It's so easy for them to just get behind you and for you to lose them and instantly get killed by them. But yeah, because the Doomslayer was a lot more of a machine than he was a man, it was very easy for him to also be used as a weapon. It wasn't until the UAC and, you know, his venture to Mars where he finally would be his own person and where he could finally just kill off demons of his own accord. Which is exactly what he ended up doing so many years later. And now that's literally what he lives for. That's what he had been doing for so long that in Doom Eternal he would actually get his own base. Ash says hi from VC. Tell them I said hi back. But yeah, there's so much insane lore to Doom, actually, and I love it for that. I love Doom for so many things, but the lore is beyond fascinating to look into and to analyze and everything. Because there's so many layers to it, and there's so many things where they kind of leave a lot of details ambiguous for you to figure out on your own. I have no idea what the heck happened there. I have absolutely no idea what the heck happened there. But like, alright, sure man. Why not? Let's have that happen, I guess. Let's try that again. We're gonna try this again, shall we? But yeah, that was genuinely a wild way to go, I guess. Yeah, when I said that this is obscenely precise, I was not joking. Ultraviolence is hard. Even to me, after having played this for like... This is, I believe, the 9th playthrough that I'm doing in Ultraviolence, and it's still... I still struggle with it so much. Throw a grenade. That did not do jack shit, apparently. Okay, okay, okay. Easy there, guys. Get those health orbs or something. $100 health. I take for granted. Every single time I restart a new playthrough of this, I always take for granted just how much. What the heck happened? How did I blow up there? How did I blow up there? How did that happen? Oh my goodness. Okay, okay. Oh, man, I love this so much. The game, but also the drink. Breezer is absolutely amazing. If you don't mind alcoholic drinks and you know where to get Breezer, get a Breezer. I would highly recommend it. Especially this one, the lime flavor. Because the lime flavor has this... it has this sweetness to it, but it is also very acidic and very sour. Which is obvious because it's lime flavored, and lime is by nature very sour. And I don't know, I've always really liked it. It's so nice. And I'm out of ammo, except I'm not. There we go. Was it a, some kind of a vehicle that exploded on me or something? Or was there something else that happened? I legitimately have no idea. Something very bizarre happened just now to where I just blew up for some reason. I have no idea how, I have no idea why, but it happened. And there's really nothing much that I can do about it other than move on. I mean... I'm all fine. I'm all good. I don't care. Let's fucking go. I have not struggled this hard playing through this since the first time that I actually tried Ultraviolence, and that was a long time ago at this point. So I have no idea what the heck happened here, but this particular playthrough so far is not going very well. Also, one thing that I always like to do on Koen's Corner is to tell you guys a little bit about my week. It's been another kind of wild one, in a very similar way as last week went. Some My systems are still completely broken at work, so I still have to rely on other methods to do my job at all in the first place, which is annoying because it's slower, it takes a lot longer to do stuff, and it's also become a lot more exhausting because of that. So work is just becoming a lot more of a slog than I wish it would be at the moment. So I'm not even gonna frickin' ask. That imp just sneaked up on me from behind, but alright. But yeah, work is still very much a pain in the ass. I wish there was an easy way to fix it, but I have no idea what the heck is even going on. My managers don't even know what the heck is going on. We have been working on this for almost 3 full weeks at this point. And it is starting to get more than a bit ridiculous. At least now we know what the problem is. Now it's just a matter of finding the solution. But knowing what the problem is half the battle. And if you know that reference, you are absolutely legendary. It's an oldie, but anyway. Yeah. Knowing is half the battle. And we know what's going on now. Now it's a matter of finding the solution. I know absolutely nothing about how everything is currently set up at work, so I am not touching it. Luckily, we have a whole team of people who are much smarter than me. Our manager knows what to do, probably. And so we'll be able to get everything back up and running as it should be, hopefully relatively soon. Which is fantastic. But yeah, it's been really not great. My job has definitely become a lot more frustrating than it needs to be. But hey, so long as we know what the problem is and so long as it can be fixed, it can be fixed. We're all very confident that it can be fixed. It's just a matter of how.
Welcome to the UAC. Now 221 accident-free days.
221 accident-free days. I feel like that that thing needs to be reset. Because the UAC hasn't exactly been accident-free for 24 hours. According to Samuel Hayden, anyway. Resource operations. Is this going to be the next chapter? Know your enemy. Yes. So that was the first chapter of this.
Hello, I am Vega, the sentient intelligence assigned to Mars. After running diagnostics on the
It's AI before AI actually became
when completed,
mainstream.
upgrading your arsenal at an
I'm just kidding.
pace. I have added a tracking component to your dossier.
A tracking component, the auto map. So this is I never use this map. I always just kind of dismiss it because I prefer to just figure everything out by myself. So I always forget that the map exists. Also, weapon upgrades. We can upgrade the weapons that I play with. I have yet... Oh no! I think I forgot something. I missed a field drone in the last stage. Unless it's still... Unless... I don't know, actually. Did I miss it? I don't know. Praetor suit tokens. These are going to be very important for later. Because you do not want to just stick with the base Praetor suit playing through this. You want to upgrade it. So we need to find some tokens to get those upgrades. And when we find those upgrades... We're gonna be using them. Notice how this also has this wild horror element where everything is just very dark and gloomy. Ah, man, it's so sick. It's actually it's not as intense in terms of horror, but in my opinion, it doesn't really need to be. It just needs to be fast, it needs to be speedy, it needs to be snappy. And everything just has to be good, you know? Power restored! There we go. This is our bad guy for Doom 2016. I can't really... Oh, that's why I couldn't hear you. There was a zombie behind me.
My sisters and brothers be thankful. You will be the first. You will have a seat alongside them just as I will in what will become...
You don't have to listen to this. You can just
for us
walk away from here and
now.
completely ignore her. Listening to her is completely unnecessary. Well, maybe not unnecessary if you genuinely care about this story, but... It's not necessarily something that I personally care about that much in a Doom game, anyway. That's also a thing that, I honestly... still... I know that the Dark Ages was trying to set a certain narrative. It really wanted to make a cinematic, epic story out of the Doom games. But... I don't know. It felt like... Once again, it felt like it was just interrupting the flow of the game a lot more than anything else. Same goes for Doom Eternal, which often... showed you what certain switches and certain buttons did that you came across while playing through the game. And I understand why they do it. It's because they want to make sure that the game isn't becoming too frustrating or too confusing to play through as you play through it. But in turn, it honestly just made the game a lot slower than I feel it should be. As opposed to this, which has a continuous flow all throughout the game, and it keeps that flow from beginning to end. There are moments where it slows down, but it's often only when you're done battling demons, where you get a moment to breathe and you can just walk around normally and just kind of take a breather before the next wave of demons comes back. It all just felt very naturally. It all just felt very natural. It all felt good, and it wasn't feeling. I didn't feel like something happened just to look flashy or cool or whatever. Also, this game expects you to figure everything out by yourself, and it wasn't trying to hold your hand by constantly showing you cutscenes of different places that you unlocked or doors that you opened after opening or after pressing a switch. I don't know. I was personally always a really big fan of that. Anyway, we got the chainsaw. The chainsaw is amazing. It's it has saved my butt so many times before, and I can tell you for a fact it's gonna save my ass many more times throughout this playthrough. It's gonna be very important for me. Just because you come across so many massive demons in this game as well, and they can be such a pain in the butt to kill, especially when there's so many demons surrounding you from everywhere. Oh boy. When imps are hanging on walls, it's very tough for me to handle. I'm not gonna lie to you. Was that it? Huh, I remember that part being a lot harder, but maybe I was playing through... Maybe that was because I played this on Nightmare last time I tried this out. I was never able to beat Nightmare mode. I was never able to do it. I tried. And I tried really, really hard. But Nightmare is beyond my capabilities, unfortunately. It's just not... it's possible. I'm sure it is possible, but it's just not particularly possible for me personally. I will have to practice. I would either have to practice a little bit more or completely change the way I play this game, which can be tough for me. Because usually I don't really think too hard about what I'm doing in it. I usually just kind of wing it. Oh boy! Oh no. Okay. Okay. I was not expecting that thing to suddenly come out. Oh, okay. Thanks for the jump scare, you piece of crap. Oh, I need to beat all of these guys again. Alright. Sure thing, my guys. Sure thing. Come on, let's dance then. Kaboom! Oh, that is probably the hardest... I was gonna say fatality. The hardest glory kill to look at. There's something just so uneasy about watching... watching somebody literally snap a jaw in half like that. Oh! Another thing that I also really did not like that much about Doom Eternal, and this is extremely subjective, so if you don't mind this, then that's also perfectly fine, but like in Doom Eternal there were a lot of glory kills that had something to do with poking the Doomslayer's blade in the eyes of the demons he was killing, and it just... Oh, it made my skin crawl every single time. Just because I have very bad experiences with getting all kinds of shit in my eyes, and at one particular point I had a very sharp chunk of cardboard. I was working at a grocery store, and I was throwing out some garbage that I collected. So a lot of that garbage tended to be cardboard, because we get the grocery store gets a lot of stuff in cardboard boxes, and I was expected to throw out some of that cardboard so it could be recycled and everything. And this one time it was particularly windy. We keep all of our garbage outside so that it doesn't clutter up our magazine, warehouse, storage room, whatever you want to call it, closet. I don't know, man. And I had a very flat piece of cardboard. The wind was literally blowing it in my direction. Was literally blowing in my face. And when I was ready to throw the cardboard out, the wind blew a corner of the cardboard right in the eye. And I had a very red eye for the rest of the day. It was not pretty, and it hurts really bad. So I've always felt a little bit squeamish about shit like Doom Eternal's glory kills, where the Doomslayer would just poke his blade in the eyes of demons. And also, Doom Eternal had a lot of glory kills to do with snapping bones in half, which I think is a little bit much. But Doomslayer do what the Doomslayer do, I guess. And then the Dark Ages just had literally no glory kills at all. It was literally just finishing moves. And there were literally no glory kills there. It was just a huge hit with either his knuckle dusters or his Quiver, whatever it is. You know, it's stuff like that. It drove me. It really confuses me to this day that Doom: The Dark Ages doesn't have glory kills. I don't understand why. Also, there's a lot of slow motion. I think I'm making it darn clear that I don't like the Dark Ages that much. It just touches way too many fundamentals and takes way too many liberties with its gameplay and overall aesthetics and experience. And I don't like that. Can I kill this zombie before he actually... Ah, I can't kill him. I can't kill him. I have to take the keycard first. And only then can I finally kill this piece of crap. Makes sense, I guess. They really wanted to build up for that. That's supposed to be a jump scare. When you play this for the first time, you're not expecting it. That zombie, you pick up that key card from that zombie. It wakes up all of a sudden and it just screams in your face and just... Yeah. It's hilarious, but yeah. It makes a lot of sense as to why that enemy is not interactable before you grab the key card. We got the battle rifle. Perhaps my least favorite weapon in the whole game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like this thing. I enjoy using the what was it? The rocket launcher a lot more than I do this, because this thing doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Even the chain gun, I feel, does a lot more damage than this. This thing doesn't do a whole lot. Which is honestly crazy, because normally I love machine guns. Normally I absolutely love SMGs. I love automatic rifles like that, you know? But this thing just doesn't really do it for me personally. Doesn't really work the way that I would expect. Also, I expect a lot of very gory glory kills here. Because we have Rampage enabled. Great Irish. I don't know why I said it like that. Don't ask. Just rush into enemies. And just burst them into oblivion. Leave absolutely nothing behind. I mean, that's kind of what the Doomslayer does anyway, so... But you know what I mean. I hope. Come on, imps! Let's dance! Give me your absolute worst. Oh, man. That music, man. Mick Gordon is an absolute legend and a half when it comes to Doom soundtracks. Mick Gordon really was done dirty by id Software and by Bethesda in after the release of the Dark Ages. There was just so much crap going on behind the scenes there. And Mick just... I'm genuinely really upset that that he had to leave because of some crap that was going on at Bethesda at the time. Because this music just, you cannot beat the kind of music that he would bring to the table for the Dark Ages, for Doom 2016. Ah, hello, there's a demon with a shield. We're just gonna get rid of you real quick. We did it. We got it. So that was the possessed security. I actually never properly looked through the BIOS for all of the monsters that you could... So these are all of the demons you could come across. There's the Imp. Classic enemy from the Doom games right there. The possessed shoulder. The possessed soldier, sorry. So there's the possessed soldier. There's the engineer, and then there's the security, and then there's just the possessed, which I always call zombies, because that's basically exactly what they are. I'm not gonna read through all of this, because it's really not that important. So these guys are always just launch into the air, let them explode, and kill a bunch of his mates. These guys I killed the most. 69 glory kills on the possessed. Epic, man. Alright, let's just continue. Let's just continue, shall we? We're at maximum health already. Alright. Can I actually... No, I can't do it like that. Let's pick up this man's hand then. This guy is probably the least mangled out of all of the people currently in the UAC, except for, of course, the Doomslayer.
I'm blocking your access to the facility scanner. Come to the Vega terminal, and I'll give you what you need.
Why is Samuel Hayden actually doing this? Oh well. Yeah, we don't need to call the elevator anymore because it's already here. So a lot of stuff is actually going on in Doom: The Dark Ages, as you can probably tell. Because there are so many places to go. It's such a massive facility. There are so many places to go. And there's so many things to see here. It actually becomes kind of overwhelming in a lot of ways to me. And that's not a bad thing in this case, because I think it's actually good that the facility is as big as it is. Because that actually makes it so that I have a much more... I have an incentive to actually go out and explore this place in a lot more detail, instead of there being literally nothing to find or to see, making it very uninteresting for me to actually play through. Because there are so many things to find and so many things to see. I'm obviously not going to be able to find everything that you can find in this game. Just because there is just that much. And also I don't want to spend over 200 hours just finding everything that there is to find. It would be cool, however, if I managed to, at the very least, unlock all of the retro stages, because there's also a lot of retro stages that you can unlock and play in Doom 2016. It's not necessary, you don't have to do it. It's just a cool little thing that you can do, so you can play through the original Doom stages in a modern Doom game as the Doom Slayer instead of Doom Guy. I don't know if I would personally go for that, to be honest. Just because, for one thing, it's just a little bit too much to go through. And also, it would feel weird to play through the original Doom as the Doom Slayer, rather than just Doom Guy. But I don't know, that's just me. Can I break this glass? It doesn't look like I can. Alright. Let's just jump through this then. Open this up. And a grenade! And there's another possessed soldier down here. Kill the bastard! Alright, we're just gonna do this to you. I just despise the shields, the possessed security. They're a pain in the ass, and ugh. I truly despise having to kill them. So this is where those Praetor tokens come in. They can be found attached to. Can I get out of here? They can be found attached to these guys that are somehow still intact. You can take their tokens and use them to buy more upgrades for your Praetor suit, and I'm gonna do that right now. We're gonna grab a hazard protection because I've been killed way too many times by those frickin' explosions, and I have no interest in letting that happen again. So we're not gonna let it happen again. Yeah, I'm supposed to be going here. And another one of those possessed security guards. Oh, whoops. There we go. See, it's just a little bit too annoying for me to kill those guys. All right. This is where we're supposed to be going. This is the Vega terminal, which reminds me a lot of something out of Iron Man.
It will give you strength, help you on your journey, if you can withstand the power surge.
The thing is, I have literally no choice than to take this. You have to take this, and you have to sit through what we're going to be watching right now. The scene is going to take a bit. So this is an Argent cell. It would give you extra health, extra armor, or extra ammo, depending on what you want. It's not like Doom... I believe it was Doom Eternal, where there were multiple different things that you could choose from. Definitely not like Doom the Dark Ages, when you had to defeat a leader before you could even get any of these upgrades. And in the Dark Ages, you don't even get to pick. You get something. It's pretty much a what you see is what you get kind of endeavor. That is Samuel Hayden, by the way.
It seems to agree with you. I will unlock the remaining Argent cells within the facility for you. Vega, give him what he wants.
61,337 UAC members deceased. 81% of the facility is on lockdown. Demonic presence through the Mars installation is critical. According to the records, Dr. Hayden, the invasion originated...
Like I said, Vega is basically AI. Before Vega became before AI became mainstream. It's a computer program that basically runs the entire facility here. And Vega is going to help us through much of our journey here.
Some of my employees took things too far. Olivia was the cause of all this. And I believe you will have to deal with her in time. You may not agree with our research, but know this. We exploited Hell and its resources because it was in mankind's best interest to do so. What you now see in this facility is the cost of progress.
It's hard to say who of the two is the real antagonist of Doom 2016. Olivia obviously wants to become one with the demons of hell. Samuel Hayden is merely here for research purposes. However, Samuel is doing it for all the wrong reasons. Olivia actually believes that the demons of hell can offer her something that she may never had. Be it invulnerability, or whatever else it is. Now, the demons are obviously the true evil of the Doom franchise. That much is obvious to everybody. But Samuel Hayden wants to open a portal to hell for research purposes. What he would do with the knowledge that he would gain from that research is obviously very ambiguous, and we're never going to find out, given that the whole facility is currently under fire.
It appears that I can accelerate the upgrading of your arsenal by measuring your combat effectiveness. I have added a tracker to your helmet's display.
Okay.
The facility will not allow you access to the turbine room unless the demonic threat level is brought down inside the foundry. Our security systems cannot be overridden.
So that means we need to kill each and every demon in every area before we can advance to the next one. I'm gonna go with the tactical scope. I'm never gonna use the missiles in on this heavy machine, heavy assault rifle. Let's see. Oh, hello there. Die. Look at that. A complete and total destruction is happening here. Alright.
Gas leak detected.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yeah. Some demon taking that man over there. We obviously need
Access denied.
a hand in order to use this.
Access denied.
The Doomslayer is not going to be able to activate whatever that switch is supposed to activate, so we need to traverse a little bit farther into the facility in order to get somewhere. Oh, whoops. Okay. Be careful. There's a lot of lava around here. Which, notice how the Doomslayer, how close the Doomslayer can get without burning alive. Did you know that lava gets so phenomenally hot that you actually can't get too close to it, especially not in high volumes like this, without literally burning alive and dying? There is no way anyone would ever survive getting this close to lava and actually survive. So, yet again, another example of the Doomslayer being not exactly human. The Slayer is something much more powerful than that. And I wholeheartedly believe that. It is incredible. Okay, we need this guy's arm over here. He is completely decaying anyway, so he probably doesn't need his arm anyway. It seems mad. It seems madness that we would actually steal someone's arm.
Access granted.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, man. That is actually so... Ooh. Good lord.
Stopped.
Did you seriously just say stop it? Okay. Yeah, we need a blue keycard for that door. That door is completely closed. We need a blue card for that. We need a lot of blue cards for basically everything around here, so... My guess is we're supposed to go here, because there's a lot of demons over here. Oh, look at that! No! They're one of those guys. There we go. The chainsaw just makes everything so much easier. We do need a lot more fuel for some of the bigger enemies. The bigger the enemy, the more fuel your chainsaw takes, so... That's gonna be an interesting one. Don't use up all of your fuel immediately when you come across a big enemy, because there might be some bigger enemy that that you may need to kill with your chainsaw in a pinch. That's not to say that it will happen, but it can happen. In a pinch, it is definitely very much recommended. It's definitely recommended to only use the chainsaw when you're in a pinch, and when there's extra fuel available to you relatively close, because you won't find fuel virtually everywhere. And the only way to ever get fuel is by literally picking it up from the ground. You cannot get any fuel from enemies or whatever. That's just not going to work for you, unfortunately. Music is going wild. Oh, good lord. There he is, the big one. Or one of the big ones, anyway. These are some of the guys who I struggled with the most when I was first playing this. And this was the first part that I remember actually getting stuck in because of it. I was struggling so much with those big guys because I never understood how to properly kill them. Now obviously I do, because now I know how to play this, but... During my initial playthrough, not so much. Can I climb up here? No, I cannot, unfortunately. No, there's got to be a way that I can get up there. Ah, whatever. We're gonna see if I can find the yellow door somewhere. There you go.
Warning. Core temperature rising.
Don't worry too much about the core temperature. I got this. Oh! I got this. Right as he says, right as he gets literally ripped apart by a freaking imp. Oh boy, oh boy. Stay focused. Stay committed. Just to add insult to fucking injury. Oh, that's good stuff. Ooh. Oh, I love that sourness from the lime. It tastes so good. Okay. Take it easy there, big guy. I'm just gonna grab some of that health over there. I got stuck there for a second. I don't know how the heck that happened, but... Alright, I guess. That can happen. I feel like I'm excusing a lot of stuff today from this game, but that's probably because this is my favorite game of all time. I'm very biased towards it. So, I don't know, man. Oh, yeah, there's the imps. And, oh, Jesus Christ. Alright. Come on. Come on, man. Yeah, these guys are not screwing around. And this is one of the reasons why I struggle so much with this game at times. Beyond me just being terrible at the game. Which I am. I am genuinely terrible at the game. Yeah, give me some more health, please. I should probably also upgrade my my armor, but I honestly always felt like armor is basically pointless in this game. You're basically gonna lose it immediately when you're playing this in Ultra Nightmare, which I am. So I'm just gonna lose all of my armor within literally seconds of me getting it. Here we have one of my favorite weapons, the plasma rifle. And we're about to see why this is one of my favorites in a minute. There are so many terminals around here. Holy crap. Alright. Yeah, the plasma rifle, this thing is exceptionally sick. It's insanely powerful. It shoots rapidly fast. It does take up a lot of ammo, which is to be expected because there are. It's a weapon that shoots. It takes so many shots. I love it for that, though. Come on. Oh, that was already? No, come on. I was honestly hoping for that to be a little bit longer than that. I sometimes feel like some of those fighting sequences are just way shorter than they probably should be. Oh! But fret not. There's a gore nest over here. And if you don't know what that means, it basically means that there's a huge wave of demons coming up whenever I destroy this thing. Which I just did. And yes, that was a very loose reference to Plants vs. Zombies if you haven't played those games. Very good. Very fun. Very addictive as well. A little while ago, I actually tried getting into Plants vs. Zombies Replanted, which, to my understanding, has gone through some wild controversies, as do a lot of modern-day AAA titles, even though I don't even know if Plants vs. Zombies counts as a AAA, but I mean, I guess it does because Plants vs. Zombies Replanted was developed by PopCap, and PopCap is owned by EA, which is a AAA company, but I would consider that kind of a I don't know. I personally would not necessarily count it as a AAA title. Considering, I believe PopCap was only a very small studio when they got started, and I believe they still are, but don't quote me on that, because I'm really not sure about that one. And there's another gore nest over here. But yeah, this is exactly what I mean. There's just so many very tight spaces in this. Very condensely packed everything is. And these are the kinds of areas that I have to traverse through. That I have to maneuver in. That I have to move around in and battle all of these demons. I do wish that that there was a nice balance between the platforming in Doom Eternal, the incredibly nice shield that you get in the Dark Ages, and a lot of the glory kills of Doom 2016. If they just take everything that made all of the other Doom games epic, that made this epic, that made Doom Eternal epic, and even the Dark Ages, you would make an absolute masterpiece of a Doom game. I'm very certain of that. And I don't just say that because I want more Doom. Actually, I do kind of say that because I want more Doom, because I'm just a huge fan of this series. That's also the thing, like, I criticize Doom the Dark Ages, and I criticize the Dark, I think I just said the Dark Ages. I criticize Doom Eternal, and I especially criticize the Dark Ages as much as I do, because I genuinely love the Doom games. They're fantastic, they're fun. But especially this, which is my favorite game of all time. I just wish that the Doom franchise would be a little more like this, rather than just kind of degrading over time. Because I feel like the Doom games are just getting worse with every new entry that comes out, other than the remasters or re-releases of the original Doom games. But the remasters and the re-releases of the original Doom games are re-releases of the original Doom games. It's kind of expected that they will be any good at all, because, you know, they're basically just ports with only very minor additions, minor improvements done to them to make the games a little bit more playable. There's a lot more quality of life improvements. The graphics are a little bit cleaner, obviously. And everything is just ever so slightly better in the latest releases for the Doom games than they were back in the 1990s. And I think it's awesome that the original Doom games get more recognition these days, and that id Software is still putting in the work to make sure that those games are playable. There's even expansions that come with Doom 1 plus Doom 2 for people who care about that. And I'm glad that it exists. I'm really glad that it exists, because the original Doom games are still very fun to play. They're definitely dated in a lot of ways, but they're also very, very timeless in a lot of ways at the same time, which is weird of me to say. But it genuinely is. Because the original Doom games are still incredibly fun to play through. And as first-person shooters in the 1990s, I'd say they're still very, very playable. Oh, good lord. Where did I go again?
Threat reduced by 50%.
Yeah, that's epic. I need to reduce demonic presence by 100%, lady. There's the gore nest. Okay, cool. Get to the gore nest. That's all I need to do. I just need to get to the gore nest, destroy it, and kill every single demon in sight. That's all there is to it. Excellent. Also, quick update. While I'm playing this, by the way, I also would like to give a quick update on what is currently going on with Koen's Corner projects, because I'm working on a fair few of those as we speak. I currently have 2 videos fully scripted, and I will be recording voiceover for those in the following week. And they will hopefully get in the editing very soon after that. And I will keep you all up to date on that in the following weeks on my Blue Sky at PhoenixStarYT.bsky.social. So you can check that out. And also more in-depth updates on future projects and things like that over on KoensCorner.com, the website where I post all things Koen's Corner and my life shit and whatever. Possible updates on how my work is going and all of that. I got some pretty wild stories to tell y'all, and I will absolutely do that by... okay. I mean, that is very anticlimactic. I was expecting that to take a lot longer, but alright. Gornests can't all be equal, of course. But yeah, I got a lot of projects to work on, like I said, and I will talk about those a bunch over on KoensCorner.com, my following live streams and all of that, and some other things. Oh, hello there. Is there something behind me? No. Okay. Good. Oh, hello! I'm having way too much fun just talking to these demons before I kill them to death. There we go. Anything else? Anyone else? What do we have here? Oh yeah, I think I just did this. Did I not just do this? I think I just did this. I can't go here because there's fire over here and I can't cross that. I guess I still need to do this then? I don't know. Yeah, the Praetor suit token is gone. That dead man's arm is probably also gone, so I don't know. Well, okay, I apparently suck at parkour. Please don't ask me to play Doom Doom Eternal. I think I'm just gonna embarrass myself with my terrible parkour skills. No, he still has his arm! Why does he still have his arm? Did I seriously not do that before? I might have died, actually, before I actually might have died somewhere around here. Oh, there was a gas leak going on somewhere. Okay, cool. But that still doesn't really explain much of anything of where I'm supposed to be going from here. Oh, I was supposed to go here. I'm such an idiot. Okay. There's another gore nest over here. There's a lot of gore nests in this one facility. So, I hope you like gore nests. Ta-da-ta-ta-ta-pa-pa-pa-ta-ta. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's dance, guys. Little fun fact about the soundtrack of this game. Mick Gordon put a lot of work and a lot of effort into this. And if you really want to get a taste of just how much work he put into the soundtrack for... Oh, God, excuse me. If you really want to get a good idea of how much work he actually put into this... when you open up the game's file in a special program or whatever, you can actually see all of the different patterns visualized of the game's soundtrack, of the waveforms and everything. And inside of this program, what shows up are 666 and the pentagon and an upside down pentagon, or pentagram, or whatever it is called again. I don't know. But yeah, that shows up, and it is so incredibly sick. It's the signs of hell. It's the signs of literal Satan himself showing up in the waveforms of Doom's soundtrack. And he very carefully made it that way. It was very, very intentional. And it's so exceptionally sick, the way that he did that. It just blows my mind every single time I think about it. And whenever I hear this game, I'm like, good lord, man, you really outdid yourself for this. Oh, shit! There's supposed to be a rocket launcher somewhere. I don't have any rockets. I can't pick up the rockets because there's... I think there's supposed to be a rocket launcher somewhere around here. Is there? Oh, shit. Well, that's gonna make this a lot harder, I think. If the rocket launcher was even anywhere to be found in the last few areas, I don't know. I looked quite literally everywhere. Maybe I wasn't paying attention or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna make this a lot more annoying than it needs to be honest. Oh well, it's what it is. Nothing much I can do about it now. I do hope that I can get the super shotgun relatively easy somewhere. The last few playthroughs that I did this, I did not find the super shotgun, and I had to get it by just moving on to the next stage. Or maybe I picked a super shotgun up somewhere at some point in hell, but I'm fairly certain that the super shotgun cannot be picked up in hell itself, so I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna look a little bit better. I'm definitely gonna look for the super shotgun, because the super shotgun is an essential weapon for the Doomslayer to play through this. The super shotgun is so good. It's so cool to play with. It feels incredibly satisfying to shoot with, especially when it's all maxed out, when you have all of the upgrades for it. Oh, you just cannot beat it. It feels sick every time. Come on, man, let's dance! Oh! That's a little bit too much dancing for my liking, my guy. What was your name again? That's all of the weapons. I want this. Hellraiser is this one. And then there's the Hell Knights. That's this guy right here. Look at him. The Hell Knight is utterly gigantic. And he's not even the biggest demon in all of Doom. There's much bigger demons to come. Uh-oh. I'm low on health. This is my doom. Oh, good lord. Alright.
The core temperature is now stabilized.
Woo!
The control room has been activated somewhere nearby. It could be Olivia.
Woo! We did it! That's the reason for celebration, creators. I wish I had a celebrate button on my stream deck, but we're gonna have to make do with what we have for the time being. I'm pretty sure I need to go up here next. Oh god, I can't even climb up. This is embarrassing and a half, guy. We're gonna pretend like that never happened. We're gonna pretend that never happened. Please open this door for me. Yeah, there we go. Can I... For some reason, this game is bugging out a lot more than I was expecting, or than I was remembering, I guess? I don't know. But it's definitely bugging out a lot more than it usually does.
Alpha 4, 0, 2.
She has locked me out, Dr. Hayden.
All power reloaded. Argent energy tower.
She is trying to tear open the portal between our world and theirs.
What is her goal in this? Taking over planet Earth, I guess?
You could not have saved them anyway.
Could we not have? Do you really believe that, Olivia? Because I don't believe you. I don't think you're being entirely truthful there. Oh. Yeah, the fact that demons spawn whenever... It seems like Olivia has a personal connection to them. Because the moment that Olivia left us was the moment that the demons were spawning. So... that could mean a plethora of things. We're gonna have to figure that out. And we're gonna do that next time on Koen's Corner. Because this stream has been going on for a while, and I think this would be a good place to stop. Now, this is definitely something... I'm definitely very glad that I made the decision to come back to this after playing the Dark Ages for a while. The Dark Ages, it's a good Doom game, but it's just not for me, I guess. Is what I've learned. And I don't even think Doom Eternal is really for me. I think that this is truly the definitive version of Doom that I will be playing, and who knows, maybe the Doom franchise will ever impress me in the same way that this did. And this does. But we'll have to wait and see. We're first gonna play through this, see what comes in the future. And in the meantime, there's plenty of other things to enjoy about not just this, but video games in general, because there's always new stuff coming out. And yeah, we're gonna see where all of the rest goes. With that, creators, we're gonna end the stream off. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you all in the very next video. Have a wonderful rest of your day, creators. Take care.